Now, he is usually working with a team of expert craftspeople in the repair shop, but now Jay Blades is going it alone for a little while. He's putting his furniture building skills to very good use by rewarding local heroes in his brand new series, Jay's Yorkshire Workshop.
Oh. Jay, all Ruth and I could say during that is, what's that they're making? What's that?
Look at that. What's that?
It's incredible, and it seems to be that craft has been revived single-handedly by you, my friend.
No, not single-handedly. I've got a team around me. So I've got a team of experts who make things up in Yorkshire. And, yeah, wait till you see. This show is just amazing because it's celebrating the uncelebrated. There's people out there who've been doing stuff in our community and looking out for others and just going above and beyond. So we're making items for them. That's what we're all about.
So they get nominated, I'm presuming, Jay, for whatever they've done. So we saw a lot of tears there as well. We often see that in the repair shop, which is, happy tears when people are so delighted to be reunited with things. But these are new pieces that are designed and built particularly for these people, certain person.
Yeah, so I've got a group of furniture experts, and basically they make furniture, and I've got 3 of them, and then underneath each 3, they've got 2 apprentices or 2 makers, and those makers are people who are keen in the woodwork and they want to learn all of the skills. So what they do is they get to learn some skills, but at the same time of learning, they're going to have to put it into practice straight away. So community members come in and nominate someone, or I go out into the community and I find some people who have done some brilliant work, and then I bring it back to the team and say, you've got to make someone an item. This person would like, let's say, for instance, a chair. And then the team decide, OK, this is what we're going to do. And that's how it works. So every item we make, and we make 3 in each episode, and they're all bespoke. One-offs, just like the individuals we're making them for.
We're just talking about some of those stories. Tell us about Connor, for example, which is an amazing story. You don't have to tell us what you made him, because I know you don't want people to know that yet. But just tell us about Connor's story, how you found him.
I think one of the... I don't even want to tell you the story, because I want you guys to watch it, because the story, when I first heard it, it was just like, wow, this is a true fairy tale. If someone explained it to me, I'd be like, no, that's not true. But when you hear about Connor's story and how he survived and the person who helped him survive, it's just like, are you for real? This really happened. Imagine being saved by a stranger and then falling in love with a stranger. That's all I can tell you. You guys are going to have to watch the rest of it, because it is like a true fairy tale story. I think even Disney couldn't write something as beautiful as this. It is just wow.
And then where you come into, you're like the fairy godmother sort of thing, that you commission and create this piece of furniture which is bespoke and will speak volumes to whoever it is.
Well, I get the team to do it. So we've got the 3 experts, and I designate one expert with his crew or her crew to actually make the item. And then that's the same, like everybody will get the same. So not only is there just one story, there's about 3 in each episode, and they are all just as special. As I said, they're people who go above and beyond, and people that never really get celebrated or don't even think of themselves as heroes. They just do this work. They do community work, and they're just like, yeah, this is me. But it's like, hold on a minute, you've done quite a lot, and we want to celebrate you. And this is just one way of doing it.
And we're going to see that Wednesday night, BBC 2 at 9 o'clock, Jay's Yorkshire Workshop. It's a whole new series there, but also coming soon to the BBC. And Ruth and I were talking about this morning. We couldn't believe this. Jay Blades learning to read at 51. Yeah. That's my documentary that I'm doing with regards to me kind of learning to read. Well, not kind of, I've got to learn to read. And they're just following me how I go through this journey, because my motive for doing it was basically to read my daughter a bedtime story and also write her a letter, which I've never done. She's about 15 years old now. So it's going to be a little bit outdated with regards to me reading her a bedtime story, but it's one of those things I want to do. So, yeah, I'm learning to read.
And, Jay, I think that's something a lot of people certainly didn't know about you. How did you end up leaving school? I know you left school quite early, quite young, but how did you end up leaving school not being able to read? Or could you read a little bit?
I could read a little bit. I think with the experience I had at school, I suffered quite a lot of racism when I entered my secondary school, and my learning stopped then. And basically, it wasn't identified. I went to school in secondary school. I went to school in the early 80s, so 81. And I don't think it was recognised as much then. I think even before the 80s, 60s, 70s, that not many people knew about dyslexia. So it was easy for people to slip through the net. And I've met so many people about my age or older that have dyslexia and are unable to read, but have just coped through life. But I want to learn to read. That's what I want to do. So
I was looking at the figures. I was looking at the figures this morning, and there are 200,000 kids in the UK that leave primary school every year unable to read. 200,000.
That's a lot. I didn't know that was the figure. And then hopefully they get help, because I think there's more support now. Fingers crossed there is more support for people who have got dyslexia or that learning disability to actually be able to read. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of primary school kids.
An awful lot. We were quite shocked at that. So, Jay, how did you cope going through life? You know, did you have tricks? Did you tell anybody? How did you, read letters, for example, important documents?
Well, you don't really. You just find a way of coping. So you give your partner something to read for you. I remember once I had an important letter from a doctor, and I had no one to read it. I just walked out on the street and just asked someone to read it for me. I think you hide it a lot. You don't expose yourself and say that you're dyslexic. I only started doing that when I went to university and they told me that I was dyslexic and they gave me all the help. Then I had a kind of label for not being, as some of the teachers will call me, dumb or a dunce at school. So when you have something to hold on to, say, this is what's wrong with me, then you kind of expose it. Well, that's what I've done.
Yeah.
But you find all different ways.
And I suppose you put your energies into other areas, which brings us back to Jay's workshop on Wednesday night. What was it you sought to do, or what area did you find yourself in? What did you start out doing, and where did you progress?
Well, for me, it was mainly making. It was just doing stuff. I was really brilliant at working with my hands and just doing practical stuff. And then I teamed that up with community work. And then now with Jay's Yorkshire Workshop, it's like I've got both elements together. I've got community and I've got making. It's like, wow, that is just it's beautiful. And supporting people who want to learn this craft. So it's not only about the people who we're making an item for, it's about the people who are making the items as well. Yeah. Hear their stories and hear how they come to the workshop. It's like, whoa, powerful.
Well, I've been saying whoa as I've watched you through this interview, and I can't work out if you're very tall or your ceiling is very small, very low.
It's very small.
It's very, your head's
very small. I'm not very
that.
tall. I'm like in a cottage. That's what it is.
It's like a cottage.
That's what it is.
And Joe, we can't let...
It's tiny, look at it. That's the roof.
We can't let you go without asking about the repair shop. Another series coming. Please say yes.
Yeah, there's another series. I think there's a few series coming. We're filming non-stop. I'm up there this week, and we've been filming non-stop. So the repair shop, don't worry, there's loads more of that coming. I mean, absolutely loads more. But they allowed me time off to go and film Jay's Yorkshire Workshop. It's made by the same people who make the repair shop. So I think it's going to be good. But I'll wait for people to see it and tell me.
Every success with it, Jay. Lovely talking to you again. Thank you.
Likewise. You guys take care now.
Just watch you don't bump your head, OK? Thank you. Thank you very much.
See you, Jay.